Hey everybody, it's Sam here. Thank you for watching. So today I'm going to show you how to make this Slimline Faux Stepper card. So I made this one for a launch that I did a few weeks ago, and a few people have been asking me to share a separate tutorial on this one. I have already now done the 5x7 in a faux stepper style, and also I think it's 6x6. There will be 3 now, maybe 4. When I say faux stepper, basically it's all deconstructed, so there's no cutting into the cardstock. You don't have to use a cutting knife or your trimmer and things like that. It's just, this one's 3 pieces of cardstock and some scoring. So very, very easy to do and perfect for beginners as well. So let's get started. So for that one there, I use this flamingo die set. So that's everything there, and the stamps were part of this tropical honeycomb collection. So I'll link it all below for anybody that's interested. But today I was looking through some of my older stamp sets and I wanted to do some more autumnal kind of cards. And in this set here, it's an old Daisy Mae Pocket Elf and Toadstool set. I had these ones here already coloured in and I thought, I've got to use them. So I've gone ahead and cut and coloured the cute little Pocket Elf here. And I thought I'd do him in the same colours so he matches. He's the pumpkin farmer, I guess. But you can see there are dies, I think, for him. I think it's still available, I'm not sure. So again, I'll link it below. But yeah, I thought he was adorable. So, and he would work quite well on this slimline. And I also had this already cut. I've got a box of just bits. If I cut a lot of things and I don't always use them, I just popped it in there. And that's from the Ultimate Sentiments, I think it is. So it's just the happy birthday. For the papers, I've taken the green one here, which is also a Daisy Mae one, and its spring is in the air, but I thought it works quite well for this autumnal style. So for the base, you want a piece of 8 by, well, this is 4 1/8 because it's a UK DL size, but you can have this width whatever you want. So if you want to do 6, it could be then a 6 by 7. You can really play around with it, but then I've got the other sizes anyway. But if you do want this a little bit wider, you can easily do that, but you do need it to be the 8 inches long. And then along the 8-inch side there, you're going to score it 1, 2, 4, 6 and 7. Okay, you're then going to fold it so you have a mountain, a valley, a mountain, a valley and a mountain. Basically you want to have that shape, so the center score line is a mountain, and then you've got your 1-inch kind of peaks either side. Okay, you'll then want one piece that is 7.5 by 2.5. Again, the 2.5 is the width. So if you want something a bit wider, if you want to stamp directly onto it, you know, maybe you've got an image that just won't fit in that size, then just make it a bit wider. As long as you don't go, well, I guess to be fair, you probably could go as wide as that piece there as well if you wanted. So yeah, easy to adapt. So by 2.5, along that 7.5 side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch and 7. And then you want another piece that's the same width, so 2.5, but this one is by 7, and you're just going to score at 1/2 inch. I've then got my pattern paper here, which is 2.25 by 6.25. Okay, and then cut the same if you want to have it on the back. You might not have done white card, this might be say navy, so if you cut the same in white, then you've got a space to write your message. So the one that's got the 2 pieces here, you want to fold it so it's both a mountain fold. One's going to be the tab to attach this piece at the top, and then you've got one that's just got the 1 piece. So that one's going to go at the bottom and attach inside here. So first of all, you want to stick this all together. I'm just going to trim a little bit off of the edges there. And then using my quick grab glue, I'm just going to run some along the bottom on that tab and then just lay that over the top. And then if you just fold it in half, just make sure that's all lined up and it all runs nice and straight. Okay, now I'm going to stick this in so that the join is on the front, so that when you're looking at it, it's going to go in like this. You don't see the join here. So if I turn it that way, you can see the join. So I would just have it that way. These ones here, you're just going to add your glue onto each one, and you're going to stick them inside this piece here. So I'm going to focus on the front here first. I'm just letting that hang down even though the glue's on there. Or open it up actually. You want to sit it in here like so. Make sure you've got it equally space what we got there. It's about 3/4, and then just fold that one down. So just butting it right down into there, and it should stick now to that front one. And then all you have to do now with this one is just sit it on that side and lay that one down. And just give that all a good burnish. Make sure that that is where it should be. And now you've got your faux stepper. Next I'm going to stick this one on top here, and I'm going to use my construction glue now, so it starts to add a little bit of strength to the card. Yeah, that all looks okay. And then I'm going to start laying everything down. So I'm going to pop him up on some foam. So he's going to go there. Now if you want to add mats and layers onto these pieces, then I'd cut a piece of 1 3/4 by 3 3/4 to go on the larger bit there, and then on these ones I do 3/4 by 3 3/4. But I'm going to stick that one right over the top because I think it just works quite well without any paper or anything. And then in this bit is where I want to have the pumpkins. So I kind of want him, I almost want you to be able to see all of him, but then I also like that he's kind of behind his pumpkins. So I'm going to, because I want you to be able to kind of see his shoes. Let's just see how that looks. Now what I thought with this one is I was going to snip, I'm going to snip into that one, I think. Okay, you can kind of see his shoes and his funny socks there. I don't want it to all be hidden, and then the sentiment. There we go. I think something like that. And then I'm going to add a few Nuvo drops or something around him there, so it's a bit more whimsical and magical. So I'm going to pop some foam on him, and then I'm going to play around with that a little bit. Okay, so now I'm just adding some Nuvo drops. This one is Auburn Pearl, so quite appropriate. I didn't see the name of it actually until then. And I'm just going to try and do some really tiny ones. And this can kind of represent like the leaves falling and things, but it just adds quite a nice little touch. I like to do a few slightly larger ones as well. I think that's probably enough actually. I'll just hold it up there, you can see them. Really, really pretty. Just bring back in this one here, two very different styles, but I think it's just quite a nice way for you to be able to see, you know, how different style cards can work across, you know, many occasions. So I hope those of you that have asked, you've enjoyed this quick tutorial just showing how to put that faux style together. They're quite thick Nuvo, so it should be okay for me to just quickly show it up right there. And then you've got all your space on the back to write your message, and that's going to fit perfectly into one of my DL envelopes, or you can make that size as well on the envelope maker. As always, thank you for watching. I will try and link the product that I've used in this one in the description box below. This product, again, as I'm making this, is available, but whether it's already gone by the time this video goes up, I'm not sure. But as always, thank you for watching. I will find some of the older tutorials where I shared, like, I think I've used the pumpkin and the fairy. So maybe you've got that collection from, I think it maybe is a couple of years old now. But yeah, pull it out because it's got some lovely images, and Daisy Mae's just gorgeous anyway. So yeah, let me know what you think. Check out the product links in the description box below and the tutorials popping up now, and I'll be back again very soon. Take care. Bye.